Welcome back to Weird Acres. I'm Cody, this is Echo, and we're gardening at home. Today we are going to be harvesting my onions. I started these onions, I believe, February 13th, way back in the freezing cold winter. And now they're all bulbed up and ready to go. They are now falling over, they're kinking their necks, which is the first sign that they're ready to be harvested. We're probably going to be getting some rain here towards the end of the week, so I want to get these onions harvested and laid out before the rain comes so they can continue to dry instead of sucking up more moisture. I have white sweet Spanish onions and red wing red onions. I have some of my onions in a square foot garden method, and the other ones I just plugged in rough spacing in another bed. So we're going to get in there, see how they're doing and what's ready to be harvested. But first, okay, we're coming into the garden now. You can see the gladiolas are blooming. The tiger lilies are blooming in there, the orange ones, nice and speckled. These ones look real nice compared to some of the other lilies. Got some zinnias in there blooming, cosmos. They're bringing in the pollinators. This elephant ear tree is getting even bigger, probably 4 feet tall now. And this pink gladiola looks real nice. The pollinator patch isn't too great this year, but still bringing them in. Oop, butterfly just flew away. Butterfly bush is in between blooms right now, but I got a sunflower, volunteer sunflower here that decided to bloom. Got the honeybees on there, 3 of them in there. Gorgeous. And I got that sunflower there that's going to be blooming here shortly. Here are my onions. You can see they're all blown over and fallen. So this is the square foot garden I've started with. And that chard came back with a fury. Vengeance, whatever the saying is. But you can see my onions are all fell over. Got some grass coming up in here. But I'm going to start pulling these onions. Even the ones that are still standing up, I'm going to go ahead and knock these over, start bending them, because they are done. I don't need them growing any longer. I'm ready to harvest, start curing them. Okay, so I planted 36 white sweet Spanish and 36 red wing onions. I got 36 red wing onions and 33 white sweet Spanish. But I know I already harvested 3 of these earlier for dinner, so I got 100% success from my onions, which is really nice. This is the first year I ever grew onions to bulb. Look how big this one is. It's a massive onion. Big one. And then, I don't know, I got some decent sized red ones, but that was just a really massive white one I got. So, really happy with this harvest. This was done with the square foot gardening method, so I will be doing this again next year because I think it worked out really well for me, especially with the onions. So, let's see what we got in the other bed. Out here is where I plugged in all my extra onions, all my extra onion starts that I grew from seed. And you can see a lot of these are still standing up. So I'm actually just going to come in here and take the kinked ones. I'm going to let the rest of them keep going. Like these ones are kinked. I'm going to pull these out, see if there's any more. You can see right here, there's no life left. in the neck of that onion. So it's done growing. You can go ahead and pull that out. Leave the dirt and roots if you want, but just check them. Like in here, you can see another one. It's kinked over. Go ahead, twist that out. I'm gonna leave the ones that are still holding up. That one's done. Let's see, like that's still a sturdy stalk. There's still some of these that are still alive, but even this small one, just because it's small doesn't mean it's still gonna get bigger. The neck is broke. Okay, that looks like almost all of them. Yeah, this one, I don't know. I'll leave it go. And then the red ones, they're still doing good. I put these ones in a lot later. They were actually like a succession sow of allium, sown, whatever. But I went ahead and did these ones later so I could see how they did. They are a little bit smaller to be expected, but we'll see how much longer they go. But looks like I got 6 from here. So we're up to 39 white sweet Spanish, and I know I already have some up on the patio, so let's go see. I gotta get these laid out. Also, I tried to weed out all the grass and clover and weeds that were in there because I don't want to just pull all my onions and make space for those to take over my bed. So make sure you go ahead and pull out your weeds as you harvest. You can see I already have a couple harvested that the necks broke on them early, so I brought them up and we've been using them for dinner as we need them. I'm going to get this wheelbarrow full of onions laid out in a single layer so they can dry. I'm going to do that for about a week, 2 weeks, and then I'll be able to cut the tops off and store them. And there we have it. I got them all laid out in a single layer so they can dry. Try and keep a fan on them, but they're out here in the open patio so they get plenty of airflow. You want to keep them out of the direct sun, keep them out of the direct rain, and leave them here drying for about 2 weeks. And then you can cut all the roots off, dock down the tops of the onions, and throw them in your storage, your cold cellar, your garage, whatever you're using for cold storage, and they should last you until you use them all up into the winter. Alright, that's all for this one. We got all the onions harvested and laid out to dry and cure so we can store them over the winter. We got 70, what is it, 39? 75 onions or something, which is what I was expecting to get. We have more that are still in the raised beds to harvest, but we're going to let them get a little bit bigger. And that is all for this one. If you like seeing harvest videos like this, go ahead and subscribe down below. I do harvest videos. I also do weekly garden tours of the property during the growing season, show you what's going on, and all the different expansions and plantings that we do here on the property as I get my homestead up and running. Find me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.